What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The BrettMan's over there. Chris will be joining us momentarily, but we're not going to wait because we're talking Jason Lives tonight. We're on the road to Crystal Lake, baby. We're on the road to Crystal Lake, and I'm excited because we're talking about one of the best, if not the best, Friday the 13th movie in the whole franchise tonight. Jason Lives, Birdie, give me a hell yeah, please. Come on, let me hear it. Come on. Give me a hell yeah. I'm not hearing a hell yeah, Birdie. I need a hell yeah. Come on. Let's give it to me. Give it to me. I'm stoked, dude. I'm excited about this because we're going to talk some Jason tonight like we have been the last several weeks. And, dude, this is the last great opportunity to talk about our boy Jason in this franchise, I think. It all goes downhill from here real quick.
Hey, don't shit talk part 7.
Look, we all like part 7, but we can all agree that it's a sharp decline after this point in the franchise. I mean, I think that goes without saying. We'll talk about part 7 next week. We'll get to that, but we're gonna have some fun tonight, and I'm pretty stoked about it, Birdie boy.
Well, that is something I could agree with you, that we are going to have a good time tonight, because this is indeed the road to Crystal Lake, a Good Real Life episode 20. We're doing past the 1/4 of the way there to our 100th journey, the journey to the 100th episode of Good Real Life of the new era. So we are just been having a lot of fun, especially with this review series, because it gives us ideas in the future on what other big franchises that we need to redo, or even franchise that we haven't even touched. So we are very excited. Just the future of Good Real Hunting. We are in the process of working on logos and all kinds of fun stuff for Good Real Hunting of 2026. It'll be the 6th anniversary of Good Real Hunting, so we definitely want to do something special. More importantly, fun. And so we're going to have a really good time with everything. We just appreciate you all being here. Let's say hello to the chat, and then we'll just get things underway. We got Ashton. What's going on there, Ashton? Just sharing that link to the Discord group, the Good Real Hunting Discord group, where we talk about all things horror movies, non-horror movies, food, share a couple of laughs, have a couple of laughs, drink some eggnog, whatever your heart desires. So there's a topic for at least everybody in the Good Real Hunting Discord group. So join that Discord group today and just have a good time. We got Chester. What's going on there, Chester? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Yo, Adrian, how you doing? What's going on there, Adrian? We got Sam Botwith and Mr. Sam Bacho himself. Cole, what's going on there, Cole? How are you doing? We got Atanas. What's going on there, Atanas? How are you doing? We got Jean Whitcomb. What's going on there, Jean? How are you doing? We got the awesome Dean Renner. What's going on there, Dean? We got Valerie. What's going on there, Valerie? The queen is in the house, but all guys still rock. Well, we got some awesome females in the Good Real Hunting community as well. So everybody is a queen and everybody is a king. Queens, kings, kings, but that's all we see at the moment. So if once everybody starts slowly to come in and join us here, we'll be sure to say our hellos. Like Aaron Click. What's going on there, Aaron Click? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. I'm driving right now. Can't chat at the moment. Well, you know what? You can still listen, and we'll be sure to try to find some way to entertain you tonight. And we got Gary Rangel. What's going on there, Gary? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you.
Yeah, dude. Good to see everybody.
Ah, man. You know what? I think we could do if that's a little fun and unexpected?
Yeah.
Well,
let's do it.
Here's my thing. We did the July Patreon YouTube membership giveaway when we did the Obsession code giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I need to ask you a question because, this is a private conversation, real quick. Private conversation.
Okay. Send me your nudes. I'm good with it, man. If you want to send them, I'm not guaranteeing I'm not going to share them to the group, but if you want to send them over, I'll take a look.
Well, I just sent it to you. It's like all the nudes, man, all the nudes. What do you think about my post right there?
I see. I think we're good. I can tell you though, if you want to give me a minute,
Yeah, I just blew his mind real quick by just showing everything that I got. Yeah, Chad. I just shared Brad with my recent pictures of nudes on our Good Real Only fans page, which is very, very secretive club. Only a certain amount of people actually have it, and I have to get stuff approved with Brad before I posted it.
God dang, that's a giant wing.
Yeah, wait, pay attention. And plus, Brian, I had like my mom decided to blow my mind and just ruin my complete like obsession because I have a chance in September to go to a place called Big Boy. You know about
Oh
Big
yeah.
Boy, right? Well, my mom went, "Oh, you mean Shoney's?"
Oh,
So
dude, I
I
love
did.
some Shoney's.
So I learned a whole big history lesson that Shoney's and Big Boy are apparently used to be the same restaurant until they split into two.
I didn't know
So
that.
I didn't know that either, and like everything just got completely ruined in my life.
Dude, I need a good Shoney's run, man. I haven't been to Shoney's since long before you were born. You know, that's a great place to be. My wife doesn't like it. I can never get her to go to any buffet other than maybe a
Dude,
Chinese buffet, which
after
is, those.
football,
Yeah, dude, before football, breakfast. Remember
ooh,
breakfast on the Fridays with no school, man? We used to
Jake
go over there and slay
Jake
that.
the Snake running through the parking lot.
Yeah, and then epic plate suit this guy would come together with. Dude, I find it hard to believe that that Shoney's isn't a staple in more lives, dude. I mean, that breakfast is to die for, and so is you can go for dinner and get some fried chicken and some mashed tatties and some mac and cheese and put a little salt and pepper on there. But you can also, I mean, I feel like did they have? Where did I go?
You
No, they
forgot the
didn't have.
most important thing, Brad. And I'm
I
gonna
feel like that.
sing. I'm gonna sing in a song. You know, I'm gonna sing in a song right now for you. Da 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 da. Strawberry pie, hot fudge cake on a Saturday night.
What?
Shoney's, your
Shoney's,
number one
America's favorite restaurant.
restaurant, your neighborhood
Shoney's.
favorite restaurant. Yeah, dude. What about that hot fudge cake though?
Dude, I love it. Here's the thing about Shoney's. I feel like I went once and they had crab legs like for
What?
dinner on a Friday. Like it was crazy. I feel like that was the most full I've ever been
Did
outside
you
of
die?
I ate a lot of them, dude. I remember like I was gulping up water for weeks, man. It was crazy.
But did
I
you die?
I know we made it. We had a good time. It
I'm not
was
sure crab legs at Shoney's is by definition a good time, but the breakfast I can absolutely agree with you. The fudge sundaes I can absolutely agree with you on. But there we go. History lesson: Big Boy and Shoney's are the exact same. Well, not the exact same, but they used to be one big happy family until they had what they call the substance, where Shoney's came out of Big Boy. So that's your kind of like your example from a horror movie perspective. See, we could turn any conversation into a horror movie topic.
Look at this. Here's Chad saying Paradise Buffet near Garrett, Indiana is dope, Brad. You should check it out if you're ever in that area. I think I might have to.
Is it that
check it
ice
out.
cream place, you son of a bitch, you? Because hey, what are you doing over there?
Just thinking outside of the box a little bit. That's all.
You just better not get those fucking Cajun fries, you son of a bitch.
No, I think I'll be going to Paradise Buffet.
Oh, dude, if it's that ice cream place that they went to downtown, like, anyways, we'll save all that. We'll save all that amazing story.
Does Paradise Buffet sound like an ice cream place, Birdie?
It sounds like paradise to me.
I don't think it does.
Well,
Paradise Buffet could mean a lot of things, but to me, it's we're gooning now, boys. We're gooning.
What, aren't you a farthead? But let me say hello to two more people. If they will do something here real quick. Bud Nelson, what's going on there? Gavin, hopefully all is going well with you. We got SPC Unleashed. Austin, what's going on there? Say, Brett, you have such a beautiful voice. Thank, dude, that's so nice of you. What's the other comment said? The deaf would love to hear you. Fuck you. But Austin, hopefully all is going well with you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Oh, Chillers is what's the name of the spot. So Chad, that's what I need. I need chillers, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I was like, uh-oh, are we experiencing some technical difficulties? Let us know if there are any technical difficulties. Please let us know. But here, let me go get something real quick.
Yeah, go get it, man. Go get it. Be careful while you're out there. So, everybody, happy Thursday. Happy to be here. Talk a little Jason tonight. We're going to be slaying it. CJ Graham sticking machetes up asshole. What'd you say? What are you doing?
Huh?
Did you get what you needed?
I did get what I needed because guess what I learned today is.
Well, 2 + 2 is 4.
Well, hey, 4 is a part of the first thing I can tell you.
You're going to play golf?
Nope. What? Dude, I hit a green all the time. What are you talking about? Just kidding. I can't get the ball off the fucking tee. But Brad, the first thing is, officially my favorite number is 44, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're officially 44 days away until it's football time in Tennessee. That's the first thing I can tell you. Which exciting news. I know we're not a sports channel, but you know what? Tennessee just got one of the best 5-star recruits possibly of all time. So we're very excited to finally get a 5-star running back in the Josh Heupel freaking running back system. That's going to be great to go along with our 5-star quarterback that's going to play later or in the next 2 months. But
give him 6 wins.
Hey, don't tell me you're going to be a McIntyre guy.
No. I'm just saying the 5-star is probably going to transfer out mid-season to like Ole Miss or something. That's the way the current modern era is going.
Son of a bitch. But more importantly of all, we're going to make it horror related now. So horror related, it was brought to my attention that we have, Brad, 100 days until Halloween.
Hey, look at that. Look at that.
With 100 days of Halloween, what would be awesome? Because I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate with the ones that make this channel freaking successful. Recently, I made a purchase.
Hey, look at that.
I've been on the 4K, been on 4K craze. I got me like a $50 budget to spend on 4Ks per month. And I grabbed me this and another movie, but I'm saving the other movie because somebody needs a code for it. But this one came with here. First off, let me not lie to fucking people. Oh, never mind. We got ourselves a code. So we are going to do a surprise Patreon YouTube membership giveaway right now for the Conjuring code. So let me go ahead and get our wheel up. I think we'll just do a surprise one. We'll do our advertisement. I think Chris should be here for us to start talking about some Jason Lives.
And we can get started before he arrives too, he said, so we can jump into it whenever we're done with all that.
Oh, what the hell? I was like, what kind of freaking... There we go. That's what I need right there. So try to show me a different wheel website. And we got real quick, we got Derek J. What's going on there? How are you doing? People really love this movie amongst the franchise. You're talking about The Conjuring, right?
No,
I know what he was talking about. Let's see here. Excuse me. So all right, there's our wheel. Do I need to make it bigger? Is it perfect size?
I think it looks pretty good.
All righty. So Brad, whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and spin this wheel. If it will just get things underway.
Go for it.
Damn it! I keep on meaning to put me like the picture of me in the middle, like with my head going ah.
You need to, dude.
So I know I'm fucking slacking, dude. But here we go, Brad. You just tell me when to hit the button.
1, 2, 3, go.
Who's going to get the Conjuring 4K code? Well, it's not a 4K code, but
it's a code in 4K.
Destiny! Which is crazy because Destiny was watching The Conjuring earlier, so we'll see if she wants that code, and if she does not, then we'll spin again until somebody wants that code. So Destiny, congratulations, and thank you for all the support on Goodwill Hunting. I will get in contact with you about your prize.
I love it, dude. Congrats, Destiny, for rocking and rolling. Sorry, I'm putting together a couple things for this show, and but I'm excited for Destiny here to get that if she wants it, if she so chooses.
Oh yeah, if she chooses to accept it, yeah. There we go, Mission Impossible. So all right, so Brad, you want me to go ahead and knock out our first fake advertisement tonight?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. So, of course, as you know, to the road to Crystal Lake, we love to do some fake advertising, or just you might never know. There could be some real advertising. But tonight's first official sponsor of episode 26 of Good Real Live Road to Crystal Lake, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, is sponsored by Forest Green County Sheriff's Office. They are actively recruiting, Brad.
They are, because Deputy Rick's all that's left there, man. Everybody else got slayed. He got locked up in the jail cell, made it all night. Last one standing. He survived the night. He needs some backup. R.I.P. Sheriff Garris. He is bent but never broken, is what we like to call him here.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty broken there, Brad. You heard some of the bones crack.
Yeah, well, he might have broken a thing or two. But the important thing here is that this is Forest Green, not Crystal Lake. They're looking for some new PDs. Or for some new people down there at the PD to get things rolling again, keep the town safe. Nothing crazy. But they could definitely use some bodies. That's for sure.
Dude, and you know what? Like, there's nothing wrong with a complete rebrand of everything, too. So good for this town, but they are needing some help with their county sheriff's office. They offer a chance to make a difference, Brad. Like make a big difference. It's just such a town with a very horrific past, my friend. And just a couple of requirements they get to. Like, there's a couple of requirements, so y'all could just go ahead and train up. So if you want to work for the office, you gotta have a strong moral compass, Brad. That's always very important. You know that. You gotta have the ability to run fast because, yeah, you know where this freaking camp is in the history of it. You need your ability to run. And most importantly, Brad, you have to hate Jason.
Yeah, that's important. Or just not even believe that he exists. That's also, a possibility as well. But I think at the end of the day, it's PD, good PD. Rumor has it Rick's still in that jail cell, dude. Until they can get a new sheriff there to let his ass out. He's kind of like a Adam from Saul situation. He's just in there kind of rotting away, so he needs some help. He needs it ASAP. Get out there, help him out.
So wherever the red dot goes, you bang. Forest Green County Sheriff's Office, they are currently actively recruiting. And more importantly, again, this is not Crystal Lake. So just prepare for that. So if you're expecting Crystal Lake, you're going to be disappointed. That's our first advertisement. But Brad, Jason had to be reborn, but we're just, re-aliving somebody. It's not a very easy task, man. Like, to bring him back from the dead.
See, re-aliving somebody?
I was hoping nobody would have caught that right there. But what I'm mainly talking about, though, Brad, is we don't live in the world of the mummy where we can't just get the Book of the Dead and just bring people back to life. But
let's call it as is. Let's re-alive them.
But dude, there's two people in this entire world that could meet your means of bringing people back from the dead. Some of your favorite people in the entire world, and it can only be done by Tommy and Hall's resurrection experts.
Yeah, dude, these guys will bring you back to life. If you or anybody recently has died and they're not completely decomposed, if there's some meat on the bones, these guys can bring them back. All they need is a little bit of luck. On the weather front, they need a little bit of lightning. Okay. As long as you can do that, these guys will bring it back. And some say they come back better than ever. It's not a situation like Pet Cemetery where they come back like a couple goons. These guys will come back stronger. Look at Jason down there at the bottom. Look how excited this guy is. He's a satisfied customer. Like, he'll bring him back, man. I love it, dude.
And we had to translate him. Like, we had an exclusive interview with Jason Voorhees too, but he kept on speaking "Kiki Mama." But I have done my 2 years of Kiki Mama understanding the code, and this is what he officially says. And I quote: "Was dead, now I'm back, feeling stronger already. 10 out of 10 would rise again."
Can we just quit saying it like that, though?
Say like what?
The Kiki Mama thing.
Why? Because it's exactly what it is.
I know that's what it is, but it's not what it sounds like. It's like trying to say the V-Vitch. Like, it drives me nuts. It's like you sit here, it's Kiki Mama. That's not what it sounds like. Kiki Mama. That's not what it sounds like.
I'm not going to take away every little thing because I'm not allowed to text this guy to these right beside each other. Like, I'm not even allowed to do that. Like, Brad, don't be zero fun sir in high school, senior year, that last week of school. Don't you dare do that.
I don't like it. I want to hear the I know that's not what it is, but again, that's what it is. I don't care what they say in the documentary. It doesn't come across as key ma ma ma. You know,
Well,
that's all
fine.
I'm saying.
Well, fine, but you know what? We're kind of focusing away. We gotta give some respect to Tommy Haas, because some say they come back better than ever, like you said, and they watch the weather, they prepare the site, they even prepared the freaking lightning, which I'm not even sure how they do that, but you know what? They gotta stand out in a way. So if you need somebody to be brought back to life, because Judd is wrong. He says sometimes dead is better. Not in this case. So if you need somebody to be coming back to life, call 555 Crystal, which is 555-279-7825. But seriously, do not call that number. I cannot promise you who the hell's going to answer that. So whoever that number is, I sincerely apologize.
Yeah, it might actually be a Crystal somewhere. You like the restaurant.
Crystal,
that could. Yeah, I know, right? It's that's the thing though, is like, I think if it's not lightning outside, there's a decent chance your boy or whoever died is just going to get burnt up, because I think they're going to throw some gas on him and probably light a match. But if it's lightning, they're good. They'll be back to life in 5-10 minutes. So
yeah, absolutely. And real quick, speaking of our winner, Desi, what's going on there, Desi? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. You actually won our Patreon giveaway of The Conjuring code, which is a code you can use to download on your Fandango app or any kind of means like that. I think there's another source you can download it to have the digital copy of The Conjuring. If you want it, I'll provide you with the code. If you do not, then we'll just spin the wheel again and pass it on to the next person. So if you are still here, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And then real quick, more hellos there. We got Jamie saying she saw this movie in the theater. So Brad, how jealous are you with that?
I am super jealous, and I'd also like to know, Jamie saw a lot of these. I'd like to ask Jamie what her favorite theatrical Friday 13th experience was. That's a question that I want to know.
So, Jamie, please answer that. And while we wait for that, we got the Let's Talk Movies podcast from Kentucky. So there you go, Brad. Your fellow Great White North Brethrens right there. So what's going on there, guys, over at Let's Talk Movies? Hopefully all is going well with you. We got Paula. What's going on there, Paula? How are you doing? We got Gory Tiger. What's going on there, Gory? How are you doing? And let's see here. Here, I'll highlight that. We got Courtney Reed. What's going on there, Courtney Reed? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. And let's see here. And she's glad that she's won, but she wants to spin again, so she wants to spread her 100ness. So we're going to quickly spin again before we tackle our last two advertisements. So Brad, tell me to start it again.
Go.
Oh man, Jamie, I thought you were gonna get it, girl. But Heather gets the code for The Conjuring, so I'll be sure to message her. And if she doesn't, we'll just spin again. We'll always just keep spinning. So Brad, let's go to our next. No, Desi, literally, that's why I told Brad that, like, legitimately, you were watching this movie earlier and you freaking won a code. Like, that's crazy.
Very neat. Very neat.
So, all right. So, our other sponsor we got here, Brad, let's talk about it. Green Forest. Hey, we're going back to the forest, but this time we're not talking about the sheriff's office. We are talking about the actual camp itself.
Look, the important thing here is this definitely not Crystal Lake. Okay, this is Forest Green, Camp Forest Green. Very important things you got to watch out for here. Okay, but Jason's not one of them, because this is most definitely not Crystal Lake. This is a quick and easy one. We just had to announce the fact that this is in fact no longer Crystal Lake.
Yeah, but absolutely. But here's something we could guarantee you with this. It's a safe community, but it starts with you. Like, you have the chance to change a dark, historic, horrific past into something to a great, bright future, man. And dude, do you want to know some of the changes that this place has made? The town name, obviously, because they had to change that. They changed the road signs, they changed the camp name, but more importantly, Brad, they changed the attitude.
Yeah, but the one thing they didn't change, they still got that murder problem. You know?
Yeah, that's like again. That's why we need people to be working at the county sheriff's office, man. So so that what they're trying, dude, Brad. They're just trying their best. Okay, would you just go on Google, leave them a 5-star review, and then let's just start to the right point. Because again, it starts with us, man, and also
It
starts
does.
with you, Chad. It starts with you.
It does, and Chad as well. All right, what's the next one we got here?
All right, and the last one we have, and Heather says also to spin the wheel again because she does have the digital copy. So we'll find a rightful home for The Conjuring here in a minute. But Brad, we're just selling, like a guy just dropped their RV in my front yard, and I really don't want this RV. So what's so special about this RV?
Well, at the end of the day, there's nothing special about it, but the RV's in motion. Don't go machete poking, baby. Jason should have followed these signs, and he did wait respectfully for the rockin', the motion to quit happening before he entered. So props to Jason for the respect.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that.
So I can say Jason's the best, man. You're the best.
Yeah, the best. But anyway, I think it's time we get into this movie, Birdie Boy.
Do you mind if I do one more spin?
Do one more spin, and we got to get into it.
I know we have hold the people long enough, so we just got to do one more spin, and that is going to belong to Denise. So Denise, I'll be sure to get in contact with you to see if you want that copy of the 4K The Conjuring. So let's start. So let's talk about it, Brad. Part 6. First, I just want to. This is your movie. We did my movie with Part 4, the far superior slasher movie and Friday the 13th movie. But I'm going to give you your chance. I'm going to give you your stage. The light is on bright. See, I'm pointing the light at you. Why do you love Part 6?
Well, that's a long list, Bryce. It's a loaded question, but I think the best way to start is
try to sum it up.
I'm not going to sum it up because we got a while to talk about this. So get your chairs ready.
I just didn't know. We're going to be talking about tell your story about you found the VHS copy.
Yeah, I found the VHS copy. It's over there somewhere. Obviously, this is really the first Friday the 13th movie I got into as a kid. I was super young, I got into it, and yeah, it was awesome. I watched it all the time as a kid. I think this movie is very approachable for a lot of people. It's not overly like I don't know. It's a good introduction to the franchise. Yeah, you're in the middle. You're 6 movies in, but you can jump into this and really pick back up where you're not really missing much up to this point, story wise.
And I also like the story you shared with me too about your dad even had to what did he do? Cut out some of the strips so he did get to see certain scenes or
Yeah. So when I was a kid, like I said, I was probably 6 years old or something. I don't know, maybe slightly older than that. No, actually, I honestly, that's probably spot on because that was before we moved. I was watching this movie. He copied the VHS for me. And then cut out the one little weak ass sex scene there is in this movie of the film in the VHS. More or less what it is. Even when I was a little bit older and I watched it, I said, "What are these guys doing? I don't know what. I mean, this is they're just dancing with style here. I don't know." But yeah, it's so it's one of those things. All the blood, the gore, the back breaking, the scary Jason man, and the heads getting chopped off, no problem. But the air humping was one thing that crossed the line, had to get chopped out. So yeah, but I started this at a young age. But obviously very nostalgic for it, but also even as an adult, go back and watch it. And to me, it encapsulates everything that Friday the 13th is. It's a fun movie. You got his killer Jason out there slaying fools, and we'll get into some of the details. But I just think that it's you don't necessarily watch Jason movies to get scared. It's never really what it's been. I mean, I guess you could say the first couple movies, but even then they were never really that scary. Even as a kid, when I watched them, I was like, yeah, I mean, Halloween was scary, but these not so much. You watch them to have a good time. You watch them to have some fun. And this movie embraces that and takes it to the next level, I think. And I don't think it ever goes over the top with its comedy, but I think it toes the line perfectly, as well as any movie does up until when probably Scream comes out in the late 90s. So for that, I've always, really loved it. Yeah, and there's a lot we'll talk about when we get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it, my friend. First off, we get the opening scene with a good old fashioned creepy score, and then we got Hawes and Tommy Jarvis. Just taking a little trip to the freaking cemetery. Man, they got their freaking Taco Bell fix in, which that's what we should. Then we should got a Taco Bell before we decided to make sure Jason was buried. Freaking what, 20 feet under the ground? That's I
20
think
feet,
that's yeah, 20 feet.
20, 30
That's a
feet down there.
like,
Yeah.
like that's where you gotta like dig your villains and all that. 20 feet in the ground because it makes their job harder when they try to re-alive somebody or bring them back from the dead.
If you say real alive again, dude, I'm going to be weird. Come
Well,
on
you're
now.
already weird. So re-alive. But anyways, that's not what's important right now. What's important is that Tommy and Hawes are going to the freaking cemetery because Tommy just does not have to believe that Jason Voorhees is dead. So he has to double check, and they get there to dig up his dead body. Dude, maggots, Brad. Maggots all over the face, man. And I'll just let you take this underway because I just know how much you adore this opening scene.
This opening scene in this movie is not only the best opening in this franchise, but it's honestly one of the best openings in the whole horror genre, I would say. I mean, it's just hits the ground running. I love it, just the atmosphere this thing brings in before we ever even see Tommy and Hawes. It's just like, some B-roll of the lake. You got some fog rolling in, some wood, some epic score. This is really the first time they changed the score in the franchise to give us some new a breath of fresh air, and I think it rocks. You're seeing this. It's night, the full moon up. The road is lit by the moonlight. There's foxes out there crossing. There's some kind of critter, I can't remember, but it's so atmospheric before we ever even see the guys pop up. They roll in, you get a little exposition what they're doing. They're going to go get rid of Jason forever. I love the hell out of that. I mean, honestly, no waiting at all. And this is honestly the first time in the franchise again where we just get right into the action. Okay, like part 1 takes a minute. You got kids going into camp. Part 2, kids going into camp. Part 3, you have kids going into camp. And then part 4 is like the ending of part 3 and some hospital shit. And then part 5 is just that opening was cool, but it had nothing to do with the actual movie. This is the first time you actually like just get thrust into the action, and this movie doesn't let go until the end. It's just a nonstop action, ride of horror. But it jumps you right in there. You learn what they're doing. Love the hell out of it. Lots of energy. This is the first time that actually genuinely feels like a sequel. We're not retreading the same thing again. We're actually picking up where we left off in 4, and we're rolling right into it. We don't waste any time. I love the hell out of it. Not a lot of fat to trim off here. And then, yeah, like I said, once it starts, the story just keeps on rolling. I love the hell out of it.
Yeah, dude, and not only that though, it's like again when Tommy Jarvis was just freaking stabbing Jason with that freaking metal pole, which great choice by the way with freaking weapon to get all your angst out, man. Very good choice. I'm sure he won't regret it. Just kidding. He did fucking regret it because perfectly enough, Zeus, the gods above, like Tommy, you're not supposed to mess with the dead. So lightning bolts and freaking Jason comes alive, dude. Freaking starts going on a freaking tear, pulling out the freaking, doing that freaking, not the spill eye gut move. Talk about the splitting heart gut move. Ah!
And then his heart fell out just like that. And here's what I'll say, Birdie. I think, despite the fact that we get Jason resurrected by lightning in the first 10 minutes of this thing, it's really the first movie in the franchise to show any kind of, I don't know, sound logic throughout. It's like, okay, there's this killer, out there that it's just like, it's one of those things like, but then you find out they changed the name to Forest Green. They're trying to forget. They're trying to move on. It's not just Crystal Lake. We forgot Jason exists. Next day, here he is slaying fools again. It's like they're actually trying to move on. So there's a little bit of logic in this movie, and I like it. And we find that out as after the opening once he goes into town and stuff. But I thought all that's pretty cool. But just them going through the cemetery, man, all of it with the rain coming in, Jason crawling out of the fucking hole in the ground, dude.
The freaking rain. Like what? Like a sign, like just like the sign and everything. Like because again, Tommy was gonna burn Jason alive. Cremate, like a live cremation going on there. And then nature's like, nope, and it freaking rained, dude. Like of all the bad luck that possibly any horror character could ever have in a movie, Tommy probably had one of the best unfortunate circumstances.
He did, man. He was about to be successful, and then lightning struck. He couldn't light the match, all that stuff. But it's dope. And then the look of Jason here, this is by far, it's like the best unmasked Jason we've seen, man. You open up the casket, there's cobwebs and shit in there. You see a zoom in on his face, there's maggots falling off.
Maggots, Brad.
Dude, maggots. Man, realistic now. I mean, not as long as he's been in the ground, but yeah, it's cool and it looks fucking dope. And that casket is like iconic, and I love it. And then he opens his eye after he gets electrocuted and he pops out, he comes crawling. That was fucking awesome. That was awesome. You're telling me this is Jason 6 and we're getting like the levels we've never seen in the first 10 minutes? Get out of here, dude.
And not only that though, it was cool again, some cool killings, and then actually what's great too, a friend of ours over Backtrack Cinema, Jason Knight, he also adores this movie as well. And one of the great explanations that he has with the opening of this movie is a humongous nod to Frankenstein, because that's exactly what happened here. Is we really I almost said it, so I apologize, but we brought back to life a monster. But this time it wasn't Frankenstein that brought back the monster. It was Tommy Jarvis. So technically, do we have to call Jason Voorhees Tommy Jarvis's monster?
No, we don't have to do that. But
that's pretty cool, though.
But no, it's like it sounds cool. I like the hell out of it. But I love the way that this just okay. You have the epic opening with the start. You have the James Bond opening title card, which is cool as hell. I'm a nerd. 80s like peak Jason, like peak Bond. You got Roger Moore out there slaying it in the summer, and then all of a sudden Jason's out here doing it. Love the hell out of that. But then it cuts to Tommy showing up to the sheriff's station. Again, what I'm saying is this movie keeps going with the plot. It's the first movie in this franchise to actually have a plot, which I love for that. The rest of them is all just Jason showing up, killing people. Simple plot, not really. That's why this movie is probably the highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes by far. Because it actually has a story to follow. Tommy Jarvis is, trying to end Jason. He wakes him up. He goes to the sheriff's department. We find out immediately he's there. We get a couple other characters coming in. Sheriff Garris. We get Rick, and then Maggie shows up there at some point, or Megan. Right out the gate, I think the acting in this movie is the best we've seen up until this point, without a doubt. Like you get like an actual. The production value is up, the acting, all of it actually feels like a genuine, real movie, as opposed to a B movie. I think at this point it was good. And a life lesson we learned here is the best way to land a lady, man. Get yourself locked up in a jail cell and start talking crazy about some psycho killer.
Oh yeah.
They like that apparently.
Dude, it works 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, I was the 1 out of 10.
Rumor has it Birdie's still in that jail cell without a link.
Yeah, so like if you see all this setup right here, it's technically my jail cell. They just let me fancy it up there. So appreciate it.
You've been there since what, 97 or something?
Man, it's been many years, Brad. Like I just don't want to talk about it, especially on the fact that I dropped the soap. But dude, you mentioned her already, so I think it's nice to go ahead and transition into that particular conversation. Megan Garris, dude. Talk about a lot of people's girl crush in the Friday the 13th franchise. Just
dude,
wow.
Megan, 100%. And here's what I'll say about Megan. When it comes to personality, best final girl in the franchise, I think. Now, is she the best final girl in the franchise? No, I probably wouldn't say that because when it came to the third act later, she doesn't do much.
I'm glad you finally admitted to that, but I'm sure we'll get into great detail with it.
Well, I've always admitted it. It's not really her story. It's Tommy's story. But when it comes to an actual like personality with a real character with some real life, you can't beat Megan. I don't think you can. She's got an excellent personality. She's fun. She drives a cool car. She drives it fast. She's pretty badass. The only qualm is that it kind of falls apart in the third act. But at the end of the day, it's never really about her story. She's a supporting character in this, when usually the final girl is a primary character in the movies. So apples and oranges. But I think when you actually talk about her you know, what she brings to the table, she can't be beat. And I don't think you can't throw me a single final girl in this franchise that beats Megan in that regard. You watch it again, I think she's outstanding.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
she's absolutely gorgeous too. So I totally easily understand the girl crush that a lot of guys had back in the day with that. And I agree what you said that she brings such a great entertainment. She's like a spunk. Like like she just brings such an attitude that you can't just help but get behind immediately and just want to support her character. And it's just again like she does get a lot of action in this movie, and I'm like other than the other Final Girls, I know all the Final Girls get their action, but like she definitely gets her action not only with Jason, but like she gets a badass car chasing, which I'm sure we'll discuss here in a few, because I got some thoughts on that. But yeah, Megan definitely an entertaining character when you need to kind of take a break from Jason and Tommy Jarvis's story.
yeah, she's great, and I mean, she's not the brightest. What did I say before? She's got a few channels missing from her cable TV. Yeah, because I mean, the only reason she's not overall, she's pretty bright, but dude, 9 times out of 10, Tommy Jarvis is the killer here. Okay, you got some crazy guy talking crazy shit in jail, and she's falling for him like crazy. 9 times out of 10, he's killing people. Okay, it just so happens this time it's actually Jason out there killing people. So
I'm the one
I think
10.
I think 9 times out of 10, she falls for Tommy and Tommy slays her ass. Mm-hmm. But in this case, it worked out. So you can't fault her too much. Maybe her intuition's just that good. But she really never thought twice about Tommy being a good guy. Whenever objectively speaking, like this guy's kind of he escaped from the loony bin. People are dying all of a sudden. He's kind of crazy. He's talking crazy. But it worked out. It worked out at the end of the day.
Yeah, it definitely worked out. Like she's definitely into bad boys, so good on her. So like I'm sure we had a lot of guys that had a crush on her, but are also by definition the bad boy. But as all that is going on, because Sheriff Garris doesn't like Tommy Jarvis just spewing his bullshit about Jason coming back to life, because again, this brand new town is trying to like a new era of this place with such a tragic past, trying to go for a brighter future. Sheriff Garris just doesn't want Tommy Jarvis to bring that BS back, so he does at least a good, definitely once kicked them out of the freaking borderlines of the county. And then, of course, Tommy Jarvis had to legitimately come back, run for the freaking graveyard side. And then we got that damn graveyard worker just burying the, dude, bravo to that guy for digging up that hole so freaking quick, man. Because it would take a lot of people freaking forever, but it took him 30 minutes?
Yeah, this guy, man, what's his name? Oh, shit.
Oh, here, I could get
he's a fart head. I know that much. This guy, well, he's been waiting around that damn cemetery for probably 6 weeks for something to actually happen. As soon as it did, he jumped on it. So he jumped in there and started filling that hole, and he did really good. He's good at filling holes. So there's a lot of good things to
die.
That guy?
Yeah, because I remember he the one, he always drinks the liquor. He threw it right behind him, and then Jason.
Yeah, and Jason was there.
So this guy was
This guy was walking down. This guy was so drunk. He was walking home from work and I guess he thought he was on the road, but he was actually in the middle of the woods. And I know me and Chris and even Brett walked home drunk once, and we made it probably 6 miles before we got into the woods and lost the road entirely.
Fucking Uber driver.
Now Brett came home with an extra pair of shoes. That's beside the point. I don't know where he got
that wasn't me. I didn't want to touch the fucking shoe. It could have freaking needles and crack in it for all we know. But luckily nobody got affected. But Brett, how did he die for? That's what I'm trying to remember.
So anyway, he was walking home. He was so drunk he lost the road. He's in the middle of the woods. He's drinking. Oh, Josephine, you do me so good. He's drinking it. He chucks the bottle back behind him. Jason catches it. He doesn't hear it hit the ground. He's like, what? What's going on here? And then Jason snaps the bottle in his hand and jabs him in the throat with it. It was poetic justice, if you will. And this is the only time in the movie too where there's actually, we talked 5 the whole time, Jason 5, about how every character in that movie was basically installed in this movie just to die pointlessly. And I'd say the only time that actually happens in this movie is right here. Not the caretaker himself per se, but the motorcycle couple that's there that dies right after he does. Really the only random duo in this thing that dies. And that was something the producers, Martin the caretaker, I like it. And the motorcycle duo, the only reason that was even in there is because the production team wanted to have more kills. That's not something Tom McLaughlin even had in the original story. So that goes to say another thing. This is the first movie in the franchise. Again, a lot of firsts for this movie where every character actually at least brings something to the table other than just getting slayed. Which is, you can't say that about any other movie before or after this. I don't think. You do have the motorcycle duo. I'll give you credit, but it's such a short sequence. They die quick. Yes, you could cut that sequence out of the movie. It wouldn't miss a beat, but that's it. The rest of the characters, I mean, the whole Sheriff Garris, all the camp counselors, while it doesn't really focus on them, it's more on Tommy. They all provide some value to this. So that's another thing about this movie that just kicks a lot of ass.
Oh, dude, speaking of freaking all the kills, like even before that, we got to rewind it back just a tad bit. We got to talk about that freaking paintball game, man, with the woman's touch. Like I thought that scene was really good, except for one, it got a little too corny for me, which I think we all know exactly what that is. But just in case, it had to be the one where the guy freaking trees smashed to the face and he leaves that freaking smiley face. Dude, that smiley face looked like freaking one of those like cafeteria ring smiley face French fries with the freaking ketchup on it. Legitimately, that's what that fucking looks like. I'm gonna create me a fucking AI picture and post that tomorrow because I know $1 million I can get that freaking made. But I thought like the whole scene, and plus the Jason gets his machete in this movie, Brad, with that freaking guy just getting pissed off that he got eliminated. Like just freaking taking out on every branch imaginable. Goes, that girl better get back in the kitchen where she belongs. Like, dude, all the just that whole sequence, and of course we get that freaking guy, Roy. The worst paintball player, the guy that you do not want on your freaking paintball team. But you might just want to draft him anyway, just so, to give you all your teams a freaking spirit, like, to give you a good little pep talk before you freaking shoot people with paintballs and everything like that. But Brad, like, what do you think about all that? Because this is the same scene too, where Jason actually had a new first as well. Speaking of your first, he had a freaking triple decapitation, man. Like the first time,
Sexy.
Like 3 heads at once.
Sexy. And yes, I guess I could retract what I said. These kills were technically there. These guys were here to get killed, but it also served a purpose. Jason gets his machete here. He also gets his tool belt, and the triple decapitation is fantastic. I love it. I think it's an entertaining sequence. You stack this up with a lot of the other random ass characters that are introduced just to die. And these are ones that are actually pretty fun. You got the nerdy guy running around looking for his glasses or his gun or whatever.
Yeah. Roy.
And, he gets slayed, and then everybody else does too. I think it was a lot of fun, and and you know what? I haven't talked about this yet, but another first for this movie in the franchise. The reason I bring it up now is because it's readily apparent in this sequence, but also every sequence up to this point. This is the first time we see the killer in the franchise before the third act of the movie. Jason shows up. Jason shows up in the opening, the first 5 minutes. You see him actually slaying people, and that's another reason I love this. The whodunit first person killer that got played out after, at best, the second movie. Once Jason was revealed as the killer, they should have been doing this from the get-go, and it was such a fresh breath of air in this movie to actually see Jason on screen through the whole movie, played by C.J. Graham in this, and he was awesome.
Oh, but speaking of C.J. Graham, because we got like the very first convention that we actually went to together, and our individual ones as well. We got to meet C.J. Graham, and Brad, how was that experience, real quick? Because dude, I'll tell you, like with those big guys like that, you kind of get uneasy with them. But then when you start to have a conversation, C.J. Graham especially, such a good guy.
You get the feeling that he's going to snap your back any chance he can. So you got to be on your toes, and not give him that opportunity. But otherwise, he was a great guy. Very down to earth, very humble about everything. He doesn't feel like he's above cloud 9 or anything like that. He's just like, you know what, I did this awesome movie back in the 80s. I'm proud of it, and let's talk about it. So that's what I liked about him, and I love his portrayal throughout. But yeah, well, I mean, really, like one thing I love is the fact that we're seeing him on screen the whole movie, and that sets a new trend for the franchise. After this point, you get to see more Jason than ever, which I think is great. You have a good looking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just you have a good looking Jason as thing. Show him off. Like, don't wait till the third act. There's no reason. We know who's killing people at this point. So it was a very big breath of fresh air.
But can we say this though? Like, is it totally good where if we could just not have this? Because I agree, CJ Graham killed it with the presence of Jason Voorhees, like, you know, the display, like just him being buff and all that and intimidating. I agree with that, but his intimidation kind of went really way down when they make him look like he legitimately got all his stuff from Home Depot. So it's like somewhere along the path of his destruction that he freaking caused mass destruction in a freaking Home Depot.
Well, he got it from the paintball kids. I don't think it really detracts from
even
it at all.
the
I think
gloves,
it's cool.
man. Like, come on, like, can we got it like at least hands, like zombie hands? Because to me, that'd be more intimidating as fuck.
It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's cool. I would much prefer see the gloves than the slappy ass, slobbery ass hands. They give us an 8. I just think it's a different look for Jason that I really much appreciate at this point. You know, we're 6 movies in. Let's change some things up. It's one that stands out. You can pick this one out and line up every time because it stands out and it's its own thing. So I appreciate it for that. Don't mind it.
Yeah, and another thing too, Brad, like, again, we keep on talking about first with this movie, which I've never really honestly thought about that before, since you actually brought it up and gave like 2 great examples of first times, like in this franchise. The other thing that this movie does for the first time in this franchise, honestly, maybe even horror, maybe like somebody probably needs to double fact check me on this one, but breaking the fourth wall was very common in this movie too.
It was. You get the caretaker doing it. Some people have a strange idea of entertainment. He says some people have a strange idea of entertainment. He looks right at the camera. Yeah. The fart head thing is great. I mean, it just keeps happening. Yeah, this really laid the groundwork for some of the more meta movies we get. And like Scream and stuff like that. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. A lot of stuff kind of, it was self-aware, and that alone, that was another fresh take on the franchise at this point, because it was stale. You get to part 5, like, at the end of the day, it was stale. It completely reinvented itself at this point. And I'll give you another first here, Birdie. Long list of first time ever we got kids at the summer camp.
That's true.
First time there's actual stakes here. Like, we have the teen counselors being crazy, but this is the first time there's actually a couple cabins full of kids. Now, how anybody's sleeping with that fucking hamster in there, I don't know, but there's a lot of kids.
That hamster wasn't bothering anybody.
He was spinning on some squeaky ass wheel, Birdie.
Well, it could be like, it could be hypnotizing though. Like it could be like a little trance to put you to sleep.
I guess that's true. But you got to appreciate it for that. I mean, we've been to summer camp, Crystal Lake, twice before this. Never once did we ever see any kids there. I guess technically maybe that first sequence was in the first movie. There might have been a kid or two there sleeping. I can't remember, but I mean,
it was when Pema Voorhees allegedly like freaking annihilated them. Before going to the camp counselors. So which again, Camp to Crystal Lake, hopefully you can maybe recreate that scene. But no, I know what you mean, though. This is the first time we actually like legitimately children, and I love the word you stated. We have stakes, so there is like a level to us, like as watching this movie, especially for the very first time, you're legitimately worried about these kids.
Yeah, 100%, because they're about to get slayed. Jason's coming, and that's the stakes of the movie. Tommy's racing. This is the first. So this is like it reminds me of Halloween. Okay, you have Dr. Loomis trying to catch Michael before he gets to Haddonfield and slays people. Now we got Tommy trying to slay Jason before he gets to Forest Green and slay some kids. I think you got that race against time aspect here a little bit that I like a lot. And again, it kind of goes into this movie actually having a plot. So I like that a lot. It keeps you on your toes throughout. Now here's a question, Bertie. Do you think when kid version of Tommy saw those titties across the hallway in the other window, do you think he ever dreamt he was going to be getting thrown on this chick's lap in a car?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, freaking talking about, like, dude,
That's full circle,
he
man.
experienced, dude, it's a full circle moment, man. Plus, he did the kind of like a like, just like a way just to be thankful. Like, hey, I used to came out of that thing. And now he revisited home just for a little bit. It might not be the same, place right there. Put the V's up, by the way. But dude, that scene overall, dude, I was just kind of confused of like why they include that. I thought, especially, dude, how uncomfortable must it have been for the actress that played Megan. Just like in the pitch meeting going to, all right, in this scene, we're going to have a camera between your legs and we're just going to get a direct shot into your crotch. Like, and you're just going to just, like it and all that. Like, that had to be very uncomfortable. Like, very ballsy decision. Well, in this case, there are no balls, but a very gutsy decision to do this. But overall, folks, I thought the scene itself absolutely was great because, again, it just added another cool element to the Megan character to separate herself as a final girl in this franchise, which is a very important and hard thing to do in this franchise because we have so many Friday the 13th final girls.
Is it that hard?
I'm talking about when we get into top tier level. When you enter the top tier, you gotta try to be number one. Every Friday the 13th girl tries to be number one, but it's hard to be number one because there's so many good ones in there.
All right, we got Alice. Automatic no for Birdie.
No.
We got Jenny. She can't even start her car. Okay, so we'll go to 3. We got Chris.
She's awesome, folks. She tricked Jason Voorhees.
And we got 3 with Chris, which is great. But she started her car, but then she got stuck on a bridge. And then 4, there's no cars.
There was no gas
5,
either.
Well, yeah, but even before the gas ran out, she got stuck on a bridge. By far, Megan's the best driver. There's no denying that. She did get caught, but that's not her fault. She was driving the shit out of that whip, dude. She was whipping that thing back and forth.
And wasn't that the perfect car to go with her character in particular, like a freaking red Mustang?
Absolutely. Would a sheriff's daughter have it? Probably not. But she did, and she ran it, dude. She did good.
Absolutely, she did a lot of good. And yeah, Blu-ray, glad you brought this up, my friend. Definitely, Brad could maybe contest to this. This is the point now with the franchise where the soundtrack gets to be better within this franchise, and Part 6 really started that trend of needing a good soundtrack.
Soundtrack rocks. Alice Cooper slayed this. I just kind of noticed this on this watch that the Alice Cooper Man Behind the Mask is playing on like all the radios in this movie. I never really picked up on that.
Yeah,
before.
especially the
obviously
RV. That's where like it mainly.
Well, no, that's Teenage Frankenstein in the RV.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you're
talking
right.
About when they roll into camp, there's a radio playing. It's on the air, and I think it's on Megan's car earlier or later too. Obviously, it's in the credits. But yeah, the score kicks ass, and the soundtrack kicks ass, but the score kicks ass too. I love what they did with the score in this movie.
I do too.
Yeah, dude. Harry Manfredini comes back, but changes things up here, which it was fresh and felt good. I loved the hell out of it.
That and I like Roy's like little like theme song too. Like it's just so corny, but it's so corny, but it fits the Roy character so beautifully. So that's why I didn't care. But speaking of freaking Teenage Frankenstein, dude, that whole RV scene, where we get freaking Nikki, the character, and Court, which freaking Nikki, I'm trying to remember the actress's name. I'm looking it up real quick. Come on, like.
You're talking about.
I know it's killing me already. Why does this website not have her name? Oh wait a minute, I got the cast name right here. Darcy DeMoss.
Yeah, that's what. She kicks ass in this thing, man. That whole RV sequence was great. Another good action sequence, kind of in this movie. You got the car chase. Now you get an RV chase, not really a chase, but RV driving on the road. Nice little stunt work there. Couple great kills in the RV with Jason popping out the top while it's on fire. Great for cinematography, everything.
Oh,
Again,
I will admit that is one of the best. Like I would say top 3 cinematography shot in the entire franchise.
without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's hard to beat that. I mean, it's Jason just fucking slaying fools again, dude. And it's again just and that's another thing about this flick is all the kills bring some fresh flavor to it. You know, it's not just machetes getting to the face or axes going in your face or butcher knives going in your face. It's like every kill here is unique. Um, you know, so it's they all feel fresh. So I love it for that. Yeah, and the RV sequence is no different here. It brings a lot of energy. It brings some fresh life to this again. I mean, I keep saying it, but love the hell out of it, man.
How long is this song? 6 minutes. We gotta go to 6 minutes.
6 minutes. God, that's a long song, Bertie.
Dude, that's a
long song.
That's a lot of sex in those 6 minutes. I'll tell you that for sure. But Brad, I gotta bring something up with our boy Quartz that some people may not know, but I would assume most people know, and I know you know once I bring it up. The actor that plays our good boy Court, played by Tom Friendly, is indeed directly related to one Mr. John Travolta.
It's like his nephew or something, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it says right here, Tom Friendly is the son of actress Ellen Travolta, who is John Travolta's older sister.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they definitely look alike too. Like if you kind of see the hair, the facial expressions, and even his acting a little bit. I bet he took a lot of like acting lessons from John Travolta himself. But yeah, dude, that whole RC scene, like with the face crushed through the wall, I thought that looked absolutely wonderful. And then a good like stab to the head too. They did that so quick, but they shot that really great as well. But we get through the RV, we get through the chase scene. We're back at the jail. Freaking Tommy Jarvis is back in the freaking jail and has a little makeout session with Megan, and you know the trick Rick about with the red dot goes shebang. And then we finally get to the camp where Jason finally has home. Jason's home.
You know, and kind of really quick on the Rick guy, like he's kind of a quasi villain in this thing, and even him, he's entertaining, right? Mm-hmm. So that just goes to show what I say. Every character's movie serves a purpose, and I love it. Here's what I will say too. Before we get to the camp, which we'll get into here in a second, but I just want to say too, this is the first. I think another first. This is the first movie I think that actually acknowledges that it's Friday the 13th when Rick's in the woods, and he sees like the fucking. He sees that dude's arm. One? I don't think so. Maybe it did.
Because Pamela Voorhees says that Jason.
Oh, today's his birthday.
Today is his birthday. We all know he was born on Friday the 13th.
But did we know that, or was it implied? I don't know if it actually says that or not. Maybe it does.
Do some research. No, actually, I have to do some research. That is probably a very fair question.
They may have said it,
but not as oblivious to in this movie, though.
But this time, Rick straight up says, "Happy Friday the fucking 13th, boss," or whatever he says whenever he sees that boy all chopped up in the woods. I thought was cool. And it's also nice to see some actual police involvement for the first time. We get that early with Halloween with Sheriff. We get Sheriff Meeker, and we get obviously Sheriff Brackett, the lead Brackett,
dude. Like.
Yeah, dude. So I love the hell of that. We get some police involvement because it makes sense. Like Jason slaying people, why wouldn't the police be involved? Like in 20 people died before the sheriff showed up at the end. You know, he showed up, at the first kill, but then he disappeared until the end. But 6, you get Sheriff Brackett or Garris, we already talked about. But anyway, going on about the camp, Brady, you can continue from there. I just wanted to say those couple things.
Oh no, all good. Aaron's even saying that it wasn't. It really wasn't alluded before. I don't think. So you know what? I'm probably going to have to pop on one again and just really pay attention and see if there have been the signs that indeed it happened on Friday the 13th, or somebody brought it up. But at the end of the day, though, Jason's finally back home. We get the scene with him. He's out, or he's inside of the kid's room, like the girl, the girl pretty much been praying throughout the majority of her screen time. That's a lot of praying right there. And then that's where Jason immediately crushes the two camp girls that are there, which to me, they're the weak point. Like, out of all, you said the entertaining characters before they get God, I thought they were some of the least entertaining in my book. Wasn't a big fan of theirs. Sissy being one from the top of my head. I try to remember the other girl's name, but Sissy, I definitely know. It might have been Elizabeth. Could be the other one I'm thinking of. But Jason's starting to create chaos, and then Megan gets there, Tommy Jarvis gets there. They're setting up this entire plan where Jason needs to go back to the lake. So Tommy Jarvis is setting up, Megan's trying to find people, Sheriff Garris is trying to find people. We got that beautiful blood display in that freaking cabin, which I thought that looked absolutely great to kind of use the theater of the mind technique of just what the hell happened in that room with that particular camp person. And then, of course, we get the two kids at the bottom of the bed going, I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat. Which, guess what? That's how Dead Meat was born on that popular YouTube channel. Like, they got, like, that's literally their intro. It's like, that is a real Dead Meat. And he goes, where were you going to be when you grew up? So I thought all that was great. But yeah, we finally get into the third act of this movie where, dude, a lot is happening here. Lots of kills, a lot is happening. And then we get the awesome Sheriff Garris just trying to shotgun down Jason, and Jason just freaking keeps getting back up. And then, of course, he gives him like the greatest chiropractor job of a lifetime and legitimately fixing his back. Took his life during the process, but he definitely fixes his back and made him a lot more flexible. Dude, I know this is very inappropriate right now, but trying to go to that freaking funeral, Sheriff Garris's funeral, in the open casket.
Bro ain't having no open casket, man.
Well, here's the good part. Okay, you know what those caskets are long? You can divide that son of a bitch in half.
You save a little money on his, man.
No, dude, that's so fucking insane. I know that's terrible. That's so, I just now thought about just him in that casket.
They probably stretched him back out, you think? Like, you know, put him on like some kind of machine that stretches you back out after death, post-mortem. You know, you think? Maybe? Made him long again? I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just left him like that, and he was just, and they got a half price, half off casket. His damn toes are out there.
Why do we not have an advertisement of Sheriff Garris's chiropractic?
We need. Well, let's add that in for next week. It's never too late.
Shit, that's so fucking good. That's probably the best joke we told in
this Road
to Crystal Lake so far. Woo! God, that was fucking hilarious. Man. Let's see here. Jamie, so he may not have been born on Friday, but the murders definitely do happen on a Friday. Right there, just to keep going along too. The beginning of the first movie. This is going back to what we thought about the whole Friday the 13th and and all that. The beginning of the first movie gives you the date as Friday or June, Friday the 13th. Pamela says his name was Jason and today is his birthday. I believe it all happens in one day. Yeah, I definitely think that, but like it's like what Brad alluded to earlier. I just don't think they like directly threw that at your face. Like they didn't give you like some like real meaning behind Friday the 13th. It's just it happened on Friday the 13th, but it's like it's kind of complicated a little bit, but I agree with Bradfo from his earlier point about they definitely made it well known in this movie that it definitely is Friday the 13th and Jason fucking lived, baby.
He is, baby. And I love it for that, man. I think it's really cool. But yeah, no, I thought the kill was excellent. I love it. And okay, here we go.
Ooh. And real quick, Cole says, okay, so his birthday is on Friday the 13th. He was not actually born on Friday the 13th, but the movie on his B-Day was Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go. A little clear up right there. Misayo, yeah, Brad got me so good. And real quickly, as you're working on that, real quick, Denise, what's going on, Denise? And the reason I'm shouting out Denise because today, this is Denise, and today is her birthday. legitimately today is her birthday. So everybody in the chat, please make Denise feel very special. Happy birthday, Denise. Even though I still don't agree with you, Stu Mocker is dead. But Denise, I still will wish you a happy birthday. So everyone in the chat, wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Good to see you. Love to hear it. Okay, perfect. So I'm sorry, I'm working on a little side quest here that I can see if I can put together last minute.
Well, as you can work on that side quest, I can kind of go. We talk about the bending thing and the fucking funeral, but then we finally get to probably. I loved Megan throughout the entire of this thing, except for the moment where Jason is in the picture and she just fucking folds. While all of the other girls in the Friday the 13th franchise at least do something to try to fight him, except for Pam. Fuck Pam. All she did was fucking scream and cry. Shit and cry. Shit and cry. And loosen pink sweaters. But Megan, I was just really disappointed because I would think at least she would do some kind of fighting against Jason Voorhees. But unfortunately, that just did not happen.
It does, yes. It doesn't happen again. I lean into the fact that this is Tommy's show. Never was about her. She's a supporting character in this, and it also kind of goes into a little flight or fight situation. But yes, I do. I mean, it would have been cool. She does come in clutch at the end. She does go out and she ultimately kills Jason in this movie, with the propeller of the boat. But
which is a son of a bitch to find in the freaking game.
It is, and how shallow the water would have been. I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have about how that actually worked. She does play a part in it, and to be honest, I don't know what they could have done to make her even better in the third act. Because this is Tommy's
throw
story.
A chair at her, or throw a rock, like just something. Yeah. Just do something.
I mean, she did swim out. She saved Tommy. She killed Jason. Brought him back to life. But it does just feel like she's just not as involved there at the end, and I'll give you credit there. But at the end of the day, again, it's not her story. So what are you going to do different without stealing Tommy's thunder? I don't know. So yeah, but here the biggest question I have, Birdie Boy.
Oh God. I just got done with a belly laughing. I'm still hurting. I'm trying to get a 6-pack through laughing, but Brad, go ahead and make it an 8-pack.
We'll see. It's not as good as I would hope, but for a lack of time, let me get it saved and I'll add it in. So the question I have, man, what year is it in this movie?
It's supposed to be like the film released in 1986.
I know when the film released, but what year is it?
I don't think they made that perfectly clear.
Because
I would think if he was 8 in part 4, he kind of looks like he's freaking like somewhere, Brad, between 21, 25?
Let's just take this back to the beginning, okay? We'll assume Friday the 13th was 1980 because that's what it was, right? And we jump ahead a few years. Tommy Jarvis, maybe mid 80s.
Well, the Sackhead was a year later, or what 6 months? I think it was supposed to be like a 6 months later, and then we directly went from that to part 3, which pretty much happened back to back days, and then part 4 went back to back days. And then part 5 is when at least Tommy was at least an elder, like a 18-year-old. I would assume he's an 18-year-old, even though
about
the guy,
17, 18.
Yeah, even though the guy kind of clearly obvious. Shit, he's at least 30. Freaking Bad Boys 2, baby. Shit,
Reggie.
30.
But then it jumps ahead. And so he's in there. He's 17, 18. So it's like 10 years after 4, and now he's like in his 20s. So it's probably like another 8 years in the future.
I'd probably say he's at least 25.
This movie's like in 2000, supposed to be, which means Jason's like probably 50 in this movie, theoretically. Now, granted, he had a coma for a while, to say the least. But
Chester's saying it took place in 1990.
Who says that?
Chester.
That's probably accurate. I mean, that makes sense. I was thinking kind of mid 90s, 2000s, but
Hey,
90,
it works.
90 I
Hey,
could see as well.
I like where your head's at, Chester, because 1990 was a phenomenal year, especially one particular birthday.
So where the hell, when we get to part 7, that's like another few years down the road. We're like, dude, honestly, chronologically speaking, by the time we get to Jason X, it's probably accurate. But we'll
so
anyway, we'll get to that.
Bullshitted, like the joke's on us on that. But yeah, we'll get to that freaking theory in the future.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was just a question that I had. Here is Sheriff Garris gets all the way back. We don't crack backs. We restore heroes.
He looks like freaking Bray. Hey, Bray Wyatt, he went to this freaking thing right there. If you're ever wondering how Bray Wyatt was able to do that, is Sheriff Garris, baby.
He's all bent up. He can no longer work.
Oh, and Reagan, too. Like, he got freaking Reagan from The Exorcist.
Absolutely, dude. He's a legendary man. But anyway, that's a new one. Let's see.
That's funny. Let's see here. The New Blood takes place in 1997. Okay. So, okay, wait. Here's the wait. Okay, this is where it's confusing here. I know we're kind of going on a little rabbit hole trail right here. And we'll talk about Tommy Jarvis battling Jason, that freaking ring of fire on the water. Ring of fire on the water. But the New Blood takes place in 1997. If Chester saying that this movie took place in 1990, like Tina has to freaking grow up at some point. She was like freaking somewhere in her 18s, between 18 to 21 when that movie, surely. So like, and Jason had to be in the freaking lake during that time.
Yeah, I look, you could do the math all day.
Yeah, it gets a little funky. It goes downhill, and it lost all common sense knowledge of timelines and everything.
Yeah, it gets a little funky. At this point, we should start seeing cell phones come out. But anyway,
can you imagine the next Friday the 13th movie? You're gonna get canceled, bro.
It's like them TCM. But no, there's a few other things I say, but I know we kind of gone on for a minute. It's great times. I love the ending. Tommy's plan is a bit complex, but it ultimately works. He's able to get Jason sucked in.
He read 3 books to get to the conclusion. It's like, oh, let's just fucking drown the bitch. Like
he read the shit out of those books too, man. He read the hell out of them. Oh, we got a friend.
A friend of a friend.
Possibly a friend. I don't know. Is the audio working at all?
Yes.
Yeah, you sound good. You're good.
You can actually hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you good. You're better than ever, honestly.
Very interesting. That is.
I'd like to go see you on an IMAX somewhere, 30 mil, if I could.
I want to see that climax in the IMAX. On 30 millimeter, too.
Baby.
Hey, Chris, what about that 30 millimeter?
I think you got gypped, dude. There's 40 other millimeters that you could have been in.
Someone legitimately commented that, like on TikTok or somewhere. Go, buddy, I think you might need a refund. Like,
nice. Yeah, this has been what a fucking day. If I could only start from the beginning and tell you what a shithole this day has been. But nevertheless, where are we in the review, boys?
We are in the final act where Tommy Jarvis and Jason Voorhees are battling in that ring of fire in the lake.
Nice.
And
good timing.
All my opportunities to make any jokes. Very cool.
Well, trust me, I think we might have told the best joke right before you got on. We talked about freaking Sheriff Garris and about he only needed half of a casket, not the full casket.
That is true.
Oh, gosh. You know what? Oh, gosh, that's funny as hell.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? Before we get to this last little bit, I did have one slight question, if I could just get this out of the way. I had a note in here that says, I would hate to play darts with Jay. What did I mean by that?
Oh, it's because I bet you $1,000,000 one of the kills of the officer, since Jason Voorhees like throwing that little dart, like
he's
Brad knows
Slater
what.
and then
Yeah,
Noggin.
that's
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Brad knows what I'm talking about because it's in the freaking game,
Okay,
like
okay.
with the freaking like throws and all that shit. But yeah, that's
Okay.
what you meant by it. But yeah, I was going to ask you, did you have any
Okay.
classic notes from your previous Friday the 13th review series?
I don't nothing in this one that really stood out to me. You know, I mean, I really enjoy. This one seemed to have a faster pace. The soundtrack obviously is absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
I referred to someone as Harpoon Heinrich, but I think that's
Oh, that's the
Harpoon
fucking
Killer.
the guy at the beginning, like before the girl tries to offer him money and credit cards and all that, which I would have taken the money personally. But that guy, by the way, his name is I try to remember his name. Oh yeah, Tony Goldwyn, which is the president in Scandal and a
Yes,
lot of other movies as well.
absolutely, yeah, yeah, of course. And then I'll put SOGO. Does anybody know what that means? I know it's got to be something and get one, like a BOGO.
Oh man, probably no, shouldn't be the. Oh wait a minute, are you talking about the triple decapitation?
No, it was later in the note, so it would have been after that. Shoot one, get one, or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was. I can't remember.
Man.
SOGO. I'll put that on there, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, some bitch. But
Good
Chris,
night.
as Brad's working on something, what about you? Like, what do you think about this third act? And to go along with it, what are your thoughts about Megan Garris too?
You know, I mean, obviously, I love the hell out of this movie. Our first introduction to sort of zombie Jason, and really the setup for how Jason was going to be portrayed for the rest of the franchise. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I have such a good time with this one, and this is also kind of the first one where they're not trying to make it like 100% slasher, at least in my mind. I think they were able to have like some fun with this one. You know, there's a couple winks and a couple nods in there. It's like it being not necessarily 100% self-aware, but there's a couple things in there like what is the there's a quote at the beginning, you know, where he's like, I've seen enough scary movies to know if there's a guy in a mask, it's always a bad idea or something like that. You know, so there's a little bit of self-awareness. And I thought this was the first Jason where they kind of figured out what they had and how to have fun with it. That's why I love this one so much. Yeah, as where like, you know, 4 is a pure slasher. This one kind of has a little bit of fun with it. But as far as the third act goes, I dig this one, man. I think they're having fun with the whole rigmarole, and then we get to the end of it, and it's a good time. You know, the setup is great. I think Tommy goes from, you know, being like a top-notch badass in this one. So
there
was I frozen half the time?
Frozen a little bit, but you still reached the climax, my friend.
Oh, good. That's all. Listen, that's all we can really ask for. I mean, even if I
yeah. Not the best work, but
that is way too big a funeral party for Sheriff Garris.
Brutal.
50% less wood, 100% still a legend, dude.
Send me that picture. I'm posting that on the freaking social media tomorrow. That's fucking insane.
We could probably come up with a better one. That was just on the fly.
Well, at least work on
day.
it because I got Christopher Nolan posts I can do tomorrow. But work on that, please, because I definitely want to share that because that's definitely the best advertising yet.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it.
Oh man.
Yeah, Jason gets slayed. He gets cut up with a propeller. He's at the bottom of the lake, all chained up. A lot of good stuff there going on. The only thing I really add to that is like, dude, like honestly, if I couldn't die like Jason, sign me the fuck up. Like, I'll chain myself to the bottom of the lake throughout the summertime until it cools off a little bit.
But
like,
you can't. But you couldn't fucking breathe.
Like if I couldn't die, I wouldn't
care.
Do
you
care.
perhaps
Just
have
put me
something
down
at
there.
home that would represent someone being at the bottom of a lake or something like that? Maybe that somebody that loves you, you know, quite a bit, bought you or something like that.
I do.
I'm still waiting on mine. Damn it.
but he's kind of sank all the way down at this point. But he's still there.
He looks more
He's
like
still-
Part
Damn it.
7.
You put the rocks above the above.
No, I did.
Above.
I did not.
No, he didn't.
No, the rocks are underneath.
He's rock solid, baby.
You're supposed to. You're supposed to put the rocks above the other thing.
No, he used to work. He just sank over
Oh, never
time.
mind. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just sank over
That's
time.
okay, man.
He
Somebody that loves you bought that, and we can't even see it on screen.
Well,
What do you think
fuck-
about that, chat?
I was gonna say, well, fuck me,
where am I
right?
going to put it, dude? The only place you could see is if I held it here the whole time we were. If I put it on my table, you can't see. It's too low. If I put it here, it's not tall enough.
Move
Hey,
some
Chris,
of
if
those
it-
DVDs around, dude. Put it in your
Well, hey,
ass.
Chris- Well, hey, Chris, if it's all the same to you, it might not be on screen, but at least your is the signal of light. So you always shine a light upon my day.
Shine
right,
a light,
man.
light.
Somebody's using the heartfelt gifts that I bought.
Even though I'm still
Uh,
weighing on my fucking Jason Voorhees water collector. So, fuck me running. But,
You don't even like the movie, Birdie.
well, that looks like more Part 7, so that's more up to my speed.
Part 7, my ass. That's part 6 all day. He's got the tool belt on and everything.
But anyway, let's conclude this right here. Any final thoughts about, or anything you just want to mention? Chris, I know you joined us late, so this is your time as well. Like anything else you want to talk about or say about Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives?
No, man, I love it. I think this is the first Jason that has a good time with it in a certain sense. It's also our first introduction into sort of like zombie Jason. Every other depiction of him has sort of been like superhuman, and in this one we get our first taste of he's being resurrected right out of the gate. And I just love that. Maybe some of that has something to do with the fact that this was the first Jason movie that I saw, or at least can remember seeing. And watched it on repeat, and I thought this was the scariest fucking movie that there ever was when I was a kid. But I just love the depiction of Jason in this one, and it's just the kills are actually are fun. The fucking paintball guys or whatever they're playing in the woods, dude, that killed me. It's a good kill, but it's also like they're having fun with it at the same time. And I thought that CJ Graham is a completely underrated Jason. I guess I suppose the characters are a little lackluster in this one, but at the same time they know what they are. And so I love this. I have maybe the most fun with this particular Jason.
Damn,
So
even
I love
over
that.
Part 3?
You see, I have a lot of fun with it because it meets that balance. Like 3 is just like over the top hokey, and then
That's fair.
4 is like 100% slasher, and it's great at that. And this one kind of meets that middle ground where it's kind of like it still works as a slasher, but it's enough self-aware enough that it can have fun with it. So that's my take on it.
Brad, any last thoughts before we start slowly wrapping it up with our awards? And then, of course, we got to freaking give our ratings of the categories. And then we got to get the chats.
Let's get into it.
Oh, you want to get into it? What the I saw that the other night, and I'm like, what the
Does
fuck?
that do the same for me? Does that do the same for me?
It's not. It's wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Hold on a minute. Chris, think of it. Where did Bert go? Where did Bert go? You
Sorry,
son
boys.
of a
I had to
bitch.
leave the room for just a second.
Look,
I had to
even
leave the room
Jamie's
for just
cracking
a
up.
second. What are you talking about?
Oh my! You're just blowing
I-
everybody's mind in that chat. Oh man, that is a
I'm
great
sorry.
trace. Oh no, that's good. We are in a good transition of that. Blu-rays laughing his ass off. Eli Cortez, what's going on there? Eli, how are you doing? See, they missed Bert. We need to find a way to get Bert back, even though I still find that fucking hilarious. So we're gonna keep the
Sorry, Chester.
plastic arm baby thing. But all right, so let's go ahead and give out some awards here. With the first award being the most stupendous counselor. So this award belongs to the best character in Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives. And I know this is going to be probably our toughest discussion yet because there's so many directions you can go with this award.
Honestly, for the first time in the franchise, you actually have to think about it a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's hard not to go with Tommy because he's such a critical part of this. But I kind of like Sheriff Garris here. I think I kind of want to give it to him. I think he was great.
Man, I'll do honorable mention to freaking Roy because he just makes me laugh every single fucking time. But obviously, he's not the best counselor. Well, I know, but for the award's sake. But I would think the best character for me, I still love Megan. She frustrates me, sure, in that last climax. She should have done 7 with Jason versus just Fold. But other than that, though, everything else they did about her was perfect. And I think she's smoking. She's spunky. And I really enjoy her. I want to give it a
I'll take the easy answer, and I'll go with Tommy. And I like Tom Matthews in this particular version of Tommy. And like I said before, I think we start with Tommy, and then we get I can't remember who's the actor that plays him in 5. Either way,
Johnny Karate.
But yeah, absolutely, yeah. But the arc of Tommy, as a kid, then he's traumatized. I like that, we see him with kind of a chip on his shoulder, and he's actually like almost actively, hunting Jason. He's trying to prevent Jason from doing his biz, And I kind of like that he's proactive in this one, and we see that kind of arc in him. So I like that. Even if it's not executed the way that I probably would have done it, I'll give it to him because I kind of like that we see his whole setup for this one.
Agreed. And Brad, real quick, I'm going to borrow a line from the movie Sinners. What you got there, boy? Or excuse me, what you drinking there, boy?
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's a secret.
No, I saw it as the pink deliciousness.
Very secret.
You show me afterwards.
You know what? I dated a girl one time who called herself that.
Of course she did. But that's why, Chris, you're a dead fuck. Speaking of dead fuck, we got our freaking award right here for dead fuck, and this is going to go to the worst character in Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. And I'll go ahead and throw my 2 cents in here. I got to go with Elizabeth in this one. She was a dead fuck the first time I ever set eyes on her, and she still is.
Elizabeth, you said?
According to the casting sheet here, it says her character's name is Elizabeth.
Which one is that?
She's the one that got the bloody display in the cabin.
Oh, I thought she was actually okay.
Excuse me, her name is Paula.
Paula
was her name. Damn, I fucked up.
Paula's right.
Oh, no, Elizabeth was the one that tried to offer money to Jason Voorhees, but Paula's the character I was thinking about.
I thought, honestly, it's hard to find a bad character in this for the first time. I think I'd probably have to go with no, because Rick's actually entertaining as fuck. Not likable per se, but he's entertaining as hell. I think give me like that motorcycle guy, I guess. That gets slain because he's just so random. Other than that, this is the first time. It's hard. I think again, every character here. No, give me the dude. Belong in the kitchen where she belongs. That guy. Yeah, I don't know his name, but probably that guy.
Oh, I could get it for you real quick. Let's see here. Decap. Bert.
Bert. Yeah, of course it's Bert.
Of course it's. Hey, Chris, do it. Bert.
Can we watch that here a little bit, fellas?
You gotta say the line,
only when we get to the remake. We gotta get to the remake, Brad, and we'll play it.
Okay.
Maybe after the show.
Damn it!
Oh, okay. We'll do.
I guarantee you're not gonna vote.
But Chris, who's your worst character?
I guarantee it. We watch all that. Everybody will.
Wait, what?
Still not
Sorry.
working, huh? That's okay. Huh?
Wait, I'm so confused.
Nobody. No. It's meant to be a streamline, but nobody can hear that.
No, I didn't even know what
Okay,
you
great.
did.
That's okay. We're still working on it. We'll figure it
Oh,
out.
okay.
before it's over.
I know what you're working on. We talked about it. But who's your worst character, real
Yeah,
quick?
it worked. It works in other ways, but yeah, I'd probably say Rick, right? That's deputy or Rich.
It's Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
Deputy
Brad
Rick.
was very shocked with that answer.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's just kind of a dildo throughout. Kind of entertaining in a way, but kind of the weakest character.
Wherever the red dot goes,
That's
you
right.
bang. See, and I thought about
Yes.
Sissy too there, Chester. I definitely thought about Sissy too, but like definitely Paula. And I will also give an honorable mention too to Nancy, that freaking child. Like, because that was some bad child acting.
I did. There's one other one on here. Real quick, if we can get through it, boys. I put a note on here that said the old tire pop classic. What the fuck did I mean by that?
That has to be the same with the Tony Godwin, because he had a tire, like because Jason poked the tire.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you're right. Yep. That makes sense now. Yep.
So, all right.
That's it, man.
Alrighty, and then now let's get to our official kill of the week, which our kill of the week is going to be decided by you guys. So we're going to go ahead and display this lovely, lovely kill of the week where you all get the vote. So if you all think that Alan Halls had the best one, you type the number 1, and that is how you submit your vote. You type the number 1. Don't spell out 1, just type the number 1 for Alan Halls, or number 2 for Stan, Katie, and Larry for the triple decapitation scene. Number 3 for Court, which is the head stab while he's freaking driving the RV. Or, of course, number 4, Sheriff Garris folded in half. So we will take the top 2 answers to move it on to the Friday the 13th kill tournament that we will definitely do down the line.
Absolutely.
So,
yes,
alrighty.
please do.
So Jamie already on the right track. There we go. We're having a lot of people vote for Sheriff Garris already. So I wonder who's going to be ballsy and not pick Sheriff Garris. Because again, we're only taking the top 2 answers. And Leanna, there you are. What's going on there, Leanna? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. So let me officially get the chart right here. If we'll just freaking start doing these categories. Let me see here. Oh, I got to get rid of the wheel. Let's see here. There it is. All right, so let me pull this bad boy up here. Let me make it a little bigger. That's what she said.
Make it bigger for us, baby.
There we go. How's that look, fellas?
I love it.
You can't croon like that, Brad.
All righty. So, Brad, we're going to start with you. We're going to rate your boy freaking Jason Voorhees from part 6. What are we giving him?
You know, Jason here is getting a 10 out of 10 for me. This is my favorite Jason in the franchise. I think he's just rocking on all cylinders.
Well, I'm not going to vote as highly as you on that. I still have a problem with the Home Depot look, but I still love everything else about him. So I'm going to give him a solid. I'll do 8.5.
Very cool. It's my favorite Jason as well. I'll tamp it down just a hair. I'll go 9.5.
9.5. So, Chris, we're going to go right back around to you, my friend,
Okay.
Snake style. We're going to do Final Guy and Girl. So this is combining Tommy Jarvis and Megan Garris.
Right. Man, I love that third act with them. I really like this one a lot. I think it's pretty strong, but I'm not going to go over the top. I'm going to go 8.5.
8.5. Well, dadgummit, that surprised me because I'm actually going to give this myself a 9.5. And the only reason I do not give it the full 10 is because, yet again, I do not like Megan during the climax of this movie. Well, that's probably outside the bedroom.
Who doesn't
Who
doesn't like a girl in the middle of a climax, dude? You're alone.
I said outside of the scene. Outside of the scene.
Oh,
that
okay,
is.
okay.
Jennifer Cook, you're a lovely lady, love ya. But what you do against Jason Voorhees in that climaxing, not very well. Unless if you find it on Pornhub or something like that. So 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going to take a 10 here as well. It's the first time in we're talking the confines of this franchise, right? It's the first time we actually give a damn about the final guy in this movie. It's a recurring character done really well. It's basically if you ever saw Dr. Loomis go up against Jason here or Michael in the Halloween franchise. So give it to me. Let's take it.
All right, Brad. Now we're going to swing it right back at you with kills.
I'll go. I think I'll go 8-5 here. Very strong ones across the board. A lot of variety. Nothing that really stands out other than the Garrus kill, but a lot of good ones overall.
Well, I think we definitely had some repeating kills in this one, but we definitely had a lot of creativity and a good body count. So I'm going to say. I was going to do 7-5, but I'll move it up to 8 because you got to really reward one of the best kills in the entire franchise with Sheriff Garrett's kill. So give me a solid 8. Chris?
What are we talking about?
Kills.
Which one? Kills. Dude, some of my favorites. The paintball kills. And you guys already know, if the RV's in motion, you don't go machete poking. I mean, that's just rule number one. A lot of good ones in this one. I do kind of, I miss Tom Savini in this one, but I will go with 8 seems right. I'll go with 8.
Alrighty. And Brad, before we continue, let me mark down his 8 real quick. Sheriff Garrus is just dominating the board. So should we redo the poll so we could get our second winner?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. So
I'll work on that while you keep going down.
If you would work on that, I appreciate it. So go ahead and end that poll, and we're gonna do the poll again, but we're gonna get the second one because I've at least thought somebody was gonna vote differently. But you know what? Sheriff Garrus absolutely deserves it. So Chris, we're swinging it right back at you with the characters overall. So do not try even consider Tommy Jarvis and Megan because they're got their own category. So for all the other characters in this movie, what would you rate this?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't remember a lot of them, so they can't be that memorable, can they?
Fair.
Other than the kills and so on and so forth. Yeah, so I'm going to rate this kind of low. I think I'm probably going to put a 7. I'll probably be a 7 for the characters on this. You guys have probably rewatched this more recently than I have, but outside of the main characters, I don't remember that many. So 7 feels good to me.
See, I know a couple of the characters, but then I know at least a good half of the characters. If I can know at least a good amount of half, then they're entertain me in some ways. So, Chris, I'll actually join you on that. I'll give you a 7 I'll give this a 7 as well.
Fellas, I'm going a 9 here. I think, again, I talked about it ad nauseum throughout the show. This is the first time every character here actually provides value. Up to this point in the franchise, most of the characters were really just here just to die. And this character in this movie, it's kind of hard to pick a favorite and hard to pick one that sucks. So yeah, I mean, I think I'd probably go a 9. They all stand out. They have their moments.
Alrighty, and Brad, what about?
I'll give you an 8. Let me give you 8.5. Let me do 8.5. I'll drop it down a little bit lower
for the characters.
For the characters, yeah.
Okay. So, and then what about atmosphere and setting?
That's a 10. This is one of my favorite atmospheres. Starts from the beginning with the opening in the cemetery throughout the the summer camp, Forest Green. You actually have kids at camp this time around. Let me take it back down to a 9.5. Sorry, Birdie. Only reason why is because the lake is a little lackluster, but at least there is a lake, and it's the first time we've seen one since I guess you could say part 4, but really part 2. Yeah, because the lake in 3 sucks, the lake in 4 sucks. We have a strong lake here and a summer camp, so give me a
there's
9.5.
no lake in 5, so
Yeah, I mean, you could have had a slightly better lake that's a little less brown, but overall, it kicks ass.
well, again, they're doing their best to rebuild. Okay, so like you gotta give them a little bit of credit. But Brad, I'm actually gonna just join you right there. I give it a 9.5 as well. I needed more lake. You might need more blood. I need more lake. So 9.5 for me. So Chris, what do you think?
Baby, give me a 10. This is my favorite for a reason, and this is it. I mean, we start the whole movie at a fucking cemetery. Lightning strikes. I mean, that's as creepy as it fucking gets. That's the best Jason, in my opinion. We've got fog. We've got good moonlight throughout. Great night scenes. A big finale. Even if you think the lake is lackluster, we get our big finale in the lake, and I think that is just fucking top tier, baby. So for me, dude, it's top notch. I just this feels like Crystal Lake to me. Feels like Jason. Maybe that's because this is the first one I saw. I don't know, but that's the bid for me.
Bump me back up, Birdie.
Do what?
I said bump me back up. My man's got me pumped up.
You motherfucker. There we go. So all right. So Chris, finish us off. Last category for rewatchability.
Brother, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give this one a 10. That seems kind of high. I don't know, but if I go to watch this like a regular Jason without part of a review series or whatever, if I just have to in the mood to go watch something about Jason, this is the one I go to, man. I mean, I have a lot of fun with the other ones, but this is the one I go to, so I'm gonna give it a 10, honestly.
All right, so you're gonna give it a 10. Alrighty. And me, here's the deal. I personally would not rewatch this a whole lot, but I know that the fans of the franchise absolutely has this one like at the very top of their rewatchability or the top of the rewatchability. So I do want to show respect for that. So I will just give that a pretty much a good old solid 9.
I'm with Chris. I'm going 10 again here. This is the movie in the franchise that, again, has a plot. And it has entertainment value from start to finish. There's not a point in this movie that I think is boring, which is something I can't say for any other movie in this franchise. So give me 10.
All right. So I got to do some good old math calculations real quick.
You're good at calculations.
I'm always good at calculation. Dude, I want to rewatch that movie so bad. All right.
What movie even is that?
That's The Dark Knight, my friend. Christopher Nolan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Here, I want to make sure. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure the math was adding right. So, no. Oh, I gotta add that math too. So I'll do that later. Let's see here. 8.5 plus 9.5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9.5 plus 9. A little surprised with my score right there. I thought it would be a little bit lower, but hey, respect. See here, 9.5 plus 8.5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10. Chris with a 53.
53, baby.
So, Brad, what would the math be of, let's see here. Or actually, I think I could do it right here. What is it? 57 plus 51.5 plus 53. Divide that by 3. Actually, no, that's not right.
There's a little bit more math to it than that.
Yeah,
I could probably figure it out.
Yes, I'm no good at calculation.
Give me a minute. Sorry. I'm a little bit behind. All right, let's see.
Chad, not as much as you, my friend. Not as much as you. But
take it back.
And fucking bring. Oh wait a minute, we got a star comment here. So let me see what this is about. It's not about the size of the lake. It's about what you do with it.
That's what sold me. Chris said that, and it sold me. I said, you know what? Yeah, you had your climax in the lake. That's another first for this franchise. Give it to me.
Come on, man. You gotta get it.
So let's see. Okay, so it looks like we have a 9.0 here. A 9.0.
It's a solid 9.0. I love it. So there we go. So a 9.0. We'll go ahead and we can at least move that up right here. So that is going to be second place so far.
Okay, rightfully so. And then you got Final Chapter 1, Part 6, 2, and then we got 2, 1, 3, and 5. I think so far that's very accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I think it's accurate.
I was getting ready to say it's like so we finally made it official that Friday the 13th, the final chapter is the best.
No, we didn't make it official, but you know what?
Numbers.
I guess in this context, we did.
Yeah, I was about to say numbers don't lie. But let me go ahead and give you the chat score real quick if you're ready for that.
Yes,
because we got 43 votes, which is a lot of great votes. And I will say you are going to love this, Brad. Whenever you're ready.
Let's see. Okay, go ahead.
All right, 43 votes. 60% said A.
Okay.
I'm already having a bad feeling that this is going to be the final chapter with the chat. 33% B.
Okay.
5% said C. And then my one and only vote for D, which is me, 2% D.
You voted?
No, okay. I'm not allowed to vote. That wouldn't be fair. So one person did vote D for 2%.
I was about to say this rascal.
All
right, let's see what that shakes out to, Barty. Give me 5-0. A 3-2. Let's see. Fan score is a 9. Wait, hold on. 9.02, it says. 9.02. Still second place.
Damn.
Still second place.
Dude, it's not even second place. It's even third place with the chat.
Oh, is it third? What's second?
Friday the 13th part 2 with a 1.0.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I'm very surprised by that. I thought this was really going to be I thought it was going to be number 1 with the votes and all that. So that one douche voted a D, so you can blame them.
Yeah, I don't like it too much, man, but that's fair. I mean, we all love Part 4 as well. I gave Part 4 a lot of good ratings, so I think it's it is what it is. It's all good. It's all good.
Alrighty, so we are done with that. I'll get those updated for next week when we cover Friday the 13th Part 7 next Thursday. Or actually, it won't be next Thursday, so stay tuned to our social medias. We will announce when Part 7 for the Road to Crystal Lake will be. We're just trying to determine the date. I just know it's not going to be next Thursday.
Yes, probably going to be Friday, Saturday, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, somewhere around that ballpark, but we will absolutely let you know, so stay tuned to that. So, all right, with that in mind, we're going to finish this up with some last cut, which the last cut is rapid fire questions. And since we're going a little long here, I'll only pick around 3. So I got to figure out which is the best. Oh, I already got 2 of the 3 already, so we're fucking golden right there. So let me go ahead and start with this first question. I'll save the best one for last. So, Brett, gentlemen, Tommy in 4 versus Tommy in 6.
Tommy in 6, man. Avi already pointed out 1,000 times over. I mean, Tommy in 4, he has that kind of that sense about him, and he's able to kind of piece out Jason and fake him out at the end or whatever. But in 6, he's actively hunting him. You know what I mean? Like he's not hunting him, but he's actively trying to fucking put a stop to him. You know what I mean? He's out to get him. And I prefer that. I think that's a really good character arc for him, and I think that's a really cool place for us to land in Part 6 for him to be like fucking swelling up on him, dude, trying to get out there to fucking get his ass, What do you think, Brad?
I agree. I think I would go with that. I mean, the only really appealing part about Tommy and 4 is that he's a kid, and that's kind of unique at this point in the franchise. Kid going to go up as Jason, but it's also nice to have uh like an actual uh counterpart to Jason. It's kind of like, again, Loomis to Michael. Uh, you got fucking Kyle Reese to the Terminator, and in this movie you got Tommy Jarvis versus Jason. So I kind of like that. It's really the only time in the franchise we truly get that uh, opposition. So give it to me. Give me Tommy and 6.
Look at that. Part four, Tommy for me, because Brad nailed it right then and there. It's a kid. It's somebody completely different. And not only did he freaking shave his head and freaking trick on Mr. Jason Voorhees, but he gave him a big old machete across the face. And and also that kid would have the logic sense too. He would not go try to dig up Jason Voorhees and resurrect him. So that is not, or Chris, as we talked about earlier, we talked about realiving him.
Goodness gracious.
Absolutely.
That was a funny segment too. But I'll go with part 4, Tommy. I think that's just a better, because again, he's a kid, and having a kid fight Jason Voorhees was a very daring choice, but a choice that was very successful to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So let's see here. What I want to read. See here. Actually, we'll save that question for last. I think I got the third one. Sorry, I was going back and forth between them. But the second question, gentlemen, let's settle this once and for all. Actually, I want to save that one last. So let's do this one. Would this franchise have died if this movie were a flop for part 6? So if part 6 flopped, would the franchise be dead?
It's hard to say no.
Because it's hard to say no because 5 came out before this, and which was a relative flop, right? I mean, 5 fucking sucked. We know that now, and it wasn't a huge hit at the box office. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but it wasn't a huge. But these movies also didn't cost a lot to make at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 5 wasn't exactly a smash, so I think it was kind of like, we have something here, let's try this other route and let's see what we can get, and this one really took off. So, yeah, I think this one did a bit for it, at least in terms of narrative.
So you're saying that, like, even if 6 flopped, that they would have continued making the movies that it did? Because the only reason they kept making these movies is because, like, they kept on hitting in the box office.
Did they? Did 5 hit at the box office?
Well, I wouldn't say it did, because people
It made some money.
I would say
it made some money, but not a lot.
But they were just curious about
Okay.
how they bring back Jason Voorhees, and then
Look,
the
man.
whole freaking Scooby Doo element hit the movie. But I think the reason this movie definitely nailed it is because they definitely knew for 100% fact that Jason was coming back.
Yeah, this
Right,
movie reinvented
and
the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did. I don't know, man. I'm torn. If it
But
had
Brad, what
flopped-
about you? Oh, sorry.
They would have made
It's hard to
another one,
think.
God damn it! They would have made another one.
They probably would have eventually, but it's hard to say that they would have actually continued it. I think. I think 5 again was a steep decline, and 6 comes out, completely reinvents the franchise and gives it new life with Zombie Jason. I mean, what were they going to do? They all but confirmed Jason is dead in 5. They could have continued the Tommy story. That would have been a disaster. I don't think we would have seen another Jason at that point. This movie resurrects Jason, brings him back even stronger than ever, gives it some new life, breathes some life into it, and changes the game entirely. We get Jason on screen throughout the movie. We have a little fun with it. So yeah, I think this movie actually saved the franchise for, and provide. If it weren't for this movie being as good as it is, we wouldn't have had 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 we would have had, because that was just fucking goofy. But but yeah, I think it definitely saved the franchise.
I would say this. I think if this movie would have flopped, I think people would just be glad to have Jason Voorhees back, so they will keep watching movies because Jason Voorhees at this point in time just established himself as a horror icon. And when a horror icon is on the big screen, you go freaking watch it, no matter if it's a flop or not. I would say for the most like logical money making reason, if it flopped, they wouldn't make another movie. But since it's one of the, especially if it's the big three, you always go freaking watch it, no matter if it looks like a piece of shit or not. So I definitely say that this movie, even if it flopped, they would have still made the movies that it did.
To be fair, if it flopped,
Was
nobody would
J-
have seen it in the theaters.
Well, true that. Well, in
But
today's
what-
standards.
Well, any
But was
standards.
Jason
The
one
flop
of the
is a
big
flop.
three at the particular time? Like, had he been established at this particular time as one of the big three?
I would say after 4, he earned that reputation, and then Freddy Krueger followed right behind it after part 3.
I say this movie is a large point why it became a big three. I think it
That is
kind of
true,
started
yeah.
with
That's
this movie.
fair.
Transitioned from the point of like superhuman, we don't know what the fuck he is, to like absolute zombie Jason, which is transitions it into like, okay, this guy's not gonna fucking die, and we know even if he's buried at the bottom of the fucking lake, he's probably coming back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think a lot rode on the shoulders of this one, and either way, I think it was going to continue no matter what.
Yeah, and then before we get to the
Hey,
very
Slasher
last
Queen.
Slasher Queen, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. We appreciate you. It's just we're on a time crunch, so remind me for next week's episode to give you the proper like a super chat and all that. It's just we got to rush because we are over our time limit that we like to set ourselves. So
My
real
fault.
quickly, we got to
Apologies.
finish this rapid fire. So this is the main question. Let's settle this once and for all. Human Jason or zombie Jason? Give me human all day, baby, because there's nothing more
Yucky.
scarier than real.
I think
That's true.
I'll take this version of Zombie Jason over anything.
Hey, don't
But
hate
if you
on
get
part
in-
7. Part 7 to me is the best looking zombie Jason.
He looks the coolest, but
Man.
he's the weakest as far as his actual motions and stuff.
That guy has some durability, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, he looks the coolest. As far as 7, 8, 9, I would take the real Jasons. So it's a mixed bag. I think if you take the law of averages, give me the real Jasons. I think.
And Chris, what do you guys say? You are the deciding factor here.
Yeah, I mean, I love the zombie Jason aspect of it, but I like what the human Jason brings to the table. That isn't to say that I like only the human Jason movies, but I kind of like there's like some sort of real threat, you know what I mean, to it, where it's not some sort of zombie, outlandish, unkillable kind of thing. There's a realness to it whenever it's human Jason, and even if he's super strong or whatever, it's kind of more terrifying that way. Even if you can kill him, you know what I mean, because it's more in our realm. So yeah, give me human Jason in that regard. Yeah.
Nice. So there we go. We settled that particular debate. And then real quick super focus. We got to beat
That's what I've been saying.
We got to beat the deciding vote on this one. So out of the 3 choices, what's your favorite kill? Mine's triple decapitation.
I will take that as well. It's fantastic. It's my favorite part.
Give it to me.
All right, triple decapitation wins the tiebreaker, and it will advance. Hey.
What do you know?
To the
D,
tournament.
baby.
Through the tournament,
D
it's going there.
Hell
wins.
yeah. So, guys, that is all the time we had. We went a little over 2 hours. We apologize, but there were so much great things to talk about with this movie. So, again, keep in contact with our social media for the fact that it will depend on what time next week we will do part 7 with that particular show. So, with that in mind, we want to go ahead and close out and ask you guys one more question. What do you all think about Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives? Do you think this is the top dog of the Friday the 13th franchise? Or are you like me that you respect this movie, but it's in the middle tier? maybe even 7 being better than 6 because 7, 8, 9, that's why 6 is afraid of 7? Or do you just be like that 2% guy that voted D and you really hate this movie? Let us know in the comment section down below so we can always get that discussion rolling. And with that in mind, we are out of here. We will see you all some point next week for part 7 with the introduction to our boy Kang. Oh my God, that's gotta be Kang! And we will see you all next week. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys.
We love you all. Bye.